Hi, today I will be talking about off-topic duty, employee privacy, and employer oversight. The ethical framework I used was utilitarianism. Today, employers just don't see who you are at work. They can see your social media, your posts, and your comments, and sometimes even your behavior outside of work. This raises an important ethical question. How much should employers care about what employees do off the job? And where should the line be between protecting a company's reputation and respecting individual privacy? In this video, I'll explain both sides of the debate. I will connect it to employer use of social media, analyze the issue using utilitarianism, and give my own position on how much control employers should have over off-duty conduct. Why do employers care about off-duty conduct? Well, they care about it because they're trying to protect their company reputation, avoid legal or public relations risks, maintain public trust, especially for like teachers, healthcare workers, police, and executives. They also trying to prevent behavior that conflicts with company values. And for example, if an employee posts racist or violent content online, the public may associate that behavior with the company, and That's really what the company's not trying to. That's trying to avoid. Um, and supporting employer oversight. Employees represent the brand. Um, Public behavior can damage customers' trust, and during like certain jobs, it requires standards like healthcare or public service. Companies may face legal or financial consequence. Like the key idea is off-duty actions can still impact workplace safety, trust, and public image, even if you're not on the clock. Um, supporting employer privacy is people deserve their private lives. Like, yeah, you want to get off work and you just want to be free. Well, not being free, but like you just want to relax and like not try to think about work. And like legal off-duty behavior shouldn't affect employment. Like surveillance creates fear and it discourages free expression. The risks of moral policy and slippery slope. Where does monitoring stop? Like, where does it stop? Like, so by people just like, say for instance, you work as a nurse, um and you just want to go out with your girlfriends, you want to go out with your friends for a night out, say for instance, go to a bar or something like that, and an incident popped off where you were involved in. And from an employer standpoint, if an incident pops off and it's on video, yeah, that's bad. That's bad for like the company. But like if anything does, like something does not happen and you just had a good night with your friends, you go back home, I just feel like employers, that should not be an employer's business. And social media and ethical concerns are that employer use of social media. They use social media for, say for instance, okay, you hiring someone, that's pre-employment screening. When you do hire them, you're monitoring their public posts. And if something happened, you investigating complaints and controversies, and like just monitor employee behavior for reputational risk. Like well, I really do get both sides of the argument, but at the same time, is really like a line between it. It depends on the situation. It really depends on the situation, and with ethical concerns, there's like bias and discrimination. Like, say for instance, an employee may see like protected traits like religion, public or political views, disability, race, and family status, then be influenced unconsciously. Another ethical concern can be privacy violation. Just because something is online doesn't mean it should be used in employment decisions. Another one is a lack of transparency. Many applicants don't know they're being screened or judged based on social media. Some people just like, well, dang, it really doesn't. It really doesn't concern them because this is my post. This is my freedom of speech. And another one is context. Like posts may be taken out of context. It may be old, like before you got employed at that job. It could be old, sarcastic, or not reflect current beliefs. From a utilitarianism standpoint, does monitoring off-duty behavior increase overall well-being? And this is how utilitarianism evaluates employer control. And like, does it reduce harm to customers, co-workers, or in the organization? Or does it create fear, discrimination, and unfair punishment? Like, the policies utilitarianism would likely support is limited use of social media, like only in cases of like self-harm or serious harm, threats, illegal activity, direct reputational risk, clear policies, transparency, and no punishment or for lawful personal behavior. And to take away from that is broad surveillance causes more harm than good. Like targeted, like justified oversight may be acceptable. And from a reason standpoint, I believe employers should have limited and clearly defined authority over off-duty conduct. Employers should not monitor social media casually or use it to judge personal beliefs, hobbies, or like legal behavior. However, like when off-duty actions cause serious harm, threats, harassment, or major reputational risk, limited employers' response may just be justified. Social media should not be used as a routine hiring filter because of bias and privacy risk. If it's used, employers should have clear policies, transparency, and the chance of employees to explain. So, explain the context. So, the debate over off-duty conduct reflects a larger tension between privacy and organizational risk. Utilitarianism shows that excessive monitoring harms more than it helps. Like, while limited oversight in serious cases cases can be caused like ethically or like justified. Employers should prioritize transparency, fairness, and respect employees' private lives, and that's the like the debate for real, because like it really matters. It really matters for employees to have their lives private. And another thing is keep your lives on social media and everything will be private. But yeah, it's really like the debate is like it's a two-side thing depending on the situation. And I use AI tools to help me with this research.